Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne. Thank you so much as always for tuning in and taking the time. New and returning viewers, you know that I appreciate you with every bit of my heart and soul. It's phenomenal and greatly appreciated. Today we are going to be doing the Sun Sign Love Connection readings, and I mentioned a day or two ago that I am shortening the readings until the end of the year for now. Meaning that I will be reading for, of course, the featured sun sign, which today is on Cancer, and then I will pick the highlighted, or I should say Spirit will help me pick the highlighted connection, which means if you're new that I will be reading 3 specific major categories with this beautiful tarot deck. I changed the tarot decks, of course. This is mid-month's reading. Today is December 18th already. Wow. So 2020, and I'm using the beautiful Connolly tarot deck. And then I'm going to also finish with some wonderful, all-inspiring, incredibly loving oracle divination decks that I have for the inspiration we all need, the love. Spread it around as much as possible, right? You can never have too much. And do keep in mind, as I always say, this is the sun sign connections, so that's the part of our personality that is actually given to us from the moment we're born. It's the day and month we're born. We're in Sagittarius season right now. Happy birthday, Sagittarians, for another, 3 days. And then also it's about, our ego and how the sun illuminates and gives us that vitality and energy and drive to do the things we want to do, meet the people we want to meet, be in love, be, assertive, be, and how we choose to have people see us, I guess I should say. So that is a part of us, and it's a strong part, but it's only a 12th, as I always say. That's so funny, because yesterday the featured sign was Gemini, and the highlighted was Cancer. Now we're on Cancer, and it went to Gemini as the highlighted. So I don't know, the spirits are doing interesting things, and really kind of doubling and piggybacking up on the messages with the signs. I will not be doing the individual messages because strictly and only because my technology is not really allowing me to do long videos. And luckily I'm noticing with the shorter versions, as I had done before, that I'm able to upload quicker. Okay, I have Cancer and Aries, we're going with it. And so I'll describe a little bit about each, sun sign, and then I'll read the messages like I said. If you are continuing coming back and you're a regular subscriber, and would you let me know if you like the idea of the individual zodiac signs in addition to the highlighted, because it gives a little bit of a message for every single connection you may have, and I kind of like that. It is a longer video, which is fine with me, as long as they're able to be uploaded and I'm not being shut down. So the answer to that, of course, is getting new equipment, which is not going to be able to happen just yet. So hang in there, because I'm not working again, but this is beautiful. Let's get to the messages. So we have Cancer, which is, just this beautiful water energy and element. And Cancer has a very, very sensitive soul and heart, and their ruling planet is the moon. So when you visualize with yourself, I don't know if anybody happened to see the moon last night, but we still have the effects of the beautiful new moon solar eclipse that happened in Sagittarius during Sagittarius season. And it's so optimistic, and it's really bringing back in our conscious, in our bodies, being a fire energy, just how strong we really are and how we can stand strong with our trust in our beliefs and ability to move forward throughout all challenges and obstacles like we've had this entire year, right? And letting go to the best of our ability to renew, regenerate, redo, reestablish, the things that came with a lot of the retrogrades, but in a different form with the new moon, bringing forth that energy to supply that incredible power within us. I don't know how else to describe it, the strength, the looking into the future more, not dwelling on the past. Fire signs in general, especially Sagittarius, they're very optimistic, and they don't want to hang on. It doesn't do any good for anybody, but they seem to have that incredible knowledge within them to recognize that, you know. It's not to say they don't, you know, have hard times and they don't suffer or grieve over losses like we all do, but they realize that they need to address that and then do the rest of just keep it moving, you know, keep it moving and be stronger for it. So those are the influences from this new moon. And then last night I looked up, and you know, it was an eclipse, so you could see it in Argentina or something, a legitimate full solar eclipse, the most incredible thing, right? When the moon blocks the sun and it just darkens the sky. And now it's that beautiful, it was like an orange, of course, sliver, you know, just showing that with every passing day and every intention that we had perhaps written down, it fills up, and it grows and it grows and it gets stronger and more, you know, powerful. And so yeah, that's a beautiful thing that's influencing all of us. But what I'm saying, I guess, is that the moon ruling the sign of Cancer, I mean, they are so in tune with all that. They understand this is the part of our life that will continue in this body form and in the universe for, as far as I know, for, well, their eternity, because there is no end, right? As far as the moon coming up and the sun, you know, setting, and just the phases and the cycles and the ups and downs, they understand, they ruminate, they resonate, they internalize and feel and know things sometimes just instinctually with this incredible ability to feel and have the emotions that they have, and they rule their lives by, basically. There's a tenderness and a sincerity with them. There's this definite concern for others and certainly family. They are a cardinal sign, however, so even though they are sensitive and very, very vulnerable in a lot of ways and sentimental on the inside, they can come off as maybe not that way, you know, maybe they're protecting themselves. You know how when you're kind of defensive at times, it's because you want to protect that which is so important to you. And they are right there with that, especially when it comes to their loved ones. They are incredibly capable. You know, they can be doing many things at once at being a cardinal sign because they like to be busy. They like to initiate. They like to help, you know, and family is huge, like I said, but it doesn't have to mean their own specific family. It could be their animals. It could be, you know, their relatives, of course, and good friends, and the list goes on. But there's great compassion and psychic and intuitive qualities with Cancers. And I feel like they have a lot of information coming through with these eclipse cycles, particularly, because they're like what they say, moons, new moons, and full moons on steroids. So they are feeling that. They're giving it their all, they're believing, and they're very, very full of love. You know, they want to actually be more outwardly about it with this influence of the full moon that was in Gemini eclipse. You know, partial lunar full moon eclipse in Gemini for them was just, okay, I've had the year to really be introspective, you know, I was home more than I thought. Maybe not everybody, but a lot of, I think, water signs and Cancers were really taking this in as a time to completely heal things that needed to be healed, maybe from years ago, maybe from this year only. But with that being said, they also know that they can start to really initiate the ability to express and to emerge and to come out and not be so internalized. You know, it's going to be a changing of the guard for them with a lot of the beautiful aspects of the air signs coming into play after so many years of earth signs. So that's been brought up a lot, and I'll speak about it as we go along through the months in 2021, because it'll be in the sign of Aquarius. Most of the major planets that have been in Capricorn. So yeah, that's what I'm really feeling mainly for many of us, but being able to speak and express in ways we never have through different means and mediums like technology, and opening our minds and expressing our desire to learn and educate ourselves. And then you have your highlighted connection with Aries, so trust me, if there's any hesitation on your part, you've got this incredible, beautiful, fired up energy with somebody that wants to promote and to show, and they too are cardinal signs, so you both can be equally as ambitious. And there aren't many as more ambitious than an Aries, you know, they are the first sign of the zodiac. they are the leaders, right? And the confidence, and they will absolutely provide and take care of anybody that they care about. And they will not hesitate or stop until they accomplish what they need to accomplish. And they can be very, very forceful at times, and they can speak out of turn, and they can be almost in relation to the sensitivity of the Cancer, almost brusque in a way, like, oh, okay, but it kind of grows on you though, because they do it with their heart. They really have the best intentions in mind. And if they have a flare-up or they have a little tantrum, you're just the exact person that can really soften and temper that for them, Cancer. So this is a combination I see quite a bit, and it goes through its changes, and it has that tension there, right? There's that water and fire that is not to be mistaken, and it can boil and sizzle and steam and be incredibly passionate. But it's good, and you work together. There's a sense of working together, and just like I said, understanding each other, not only in a physical way, but a spiritual way comes to mind, a soulful way, like you have the ability to do, Cancer, with all of your connections. So yes, Mars is the ruling planet of Aries, so it's been in their sign for so long. It'll be there through January 6th, a total of 6 months. So not only, of course, Aries, because that's the planet that, like I said, Mars rules you, and that's extremely exalted in your sign as a fire sign, the warrior, the aggressor, the one that makes things change and speaks up and fights for the causes that they truly believe are right, and I don't know, there can be such beautiful harmonious energy with the balancing of the two elements like this. Let's see what your specific beautiful messages are under the 3 major categories for today. And remember, this doesn't necessarily resonate this moment. A lot of times it does, and it can last through the remainder of the month. You can check back later today, and it might have changed from this morning. You know how that works. It's about 10 o'clock my time, and that's Pacific Standard Time here in the Bay Area of California, where pretty much everything now is shut down again. But knowing that there will be progression in that, and there will be optimism, and looking forward to the changes in that, which will come about. Of course, changes will always occur, right? Not always as quickly as we want, and I know that happened with Aries this year. They were stifled, and boy, they're raring to go, boy. So you take heed of that, okay? But it's good. It's a positive thing. And this wonderful eclipse that occurred is a fellow fire sign to Aries, so I find there's going to be great luck and catching up from the times that they were held back, which will only invoke beautiful things for the two of you. So the first message and category is always under the major overall energy. And I'm going to put that right there, and I will then pick the second and third and then talk to you about exactly what the messages are coming through. The second is the category of possible blessings or obstacles. And the third is about your finances, your materialistic things, the physical, tangible things that we hold very dear to us because we are in a 3-dimensional world, and it's crucial for our well-being and stability and security. Wow, okay. I love it. It's very, very, very perfect for what's happening in this time in our lives in general. But so the first card, like I said, is the overall energy and catalyst, if you will, that led you to this reading today. And you have the moon. So there you go, Cancer. And the full moon and the new moon combined, because it's like within 2 weeks. And these are the series that will continue through 2021 with these Gemini, Sagittarius, influences. Once again, communication, forward thinking, education, moving forward, standing up, breaking barriers, changing, the way things are, fairness, equality, friendliness, communication, community, technology. Oh my gosh, like out of the box things we don't even know about right now. Wait and see. It's happened before under the influences of Aquarius, though they were going to be predominantly that way for the next 200 years. They've been coming and going throughout the last 200 years. It's just not as predominant. Well, now it is predominant air. So all I can say to you about this is, yes, generally they say, oh, the hidden and unknown. Sure, there's always things that are still being revealed. We know that, as a global situation right now, we're still waiting on answers, and that's true. But trust me when I tell you they're coming through, and they have been unraveling slowly and slowly in, divine timing, if you will. But I love the fact that this represents more than anything else your gut, your intuition, your divine intervention and higher power to recognize all the signs and symbols. When you take the time to listen or ask, it will be revealed to you and it will be shared. And it's a beautiful feeling. I like this feeling a lot. Sometimes, and I know you know what I'm speaking of because you're beautiful spiritual seekers like myself, hopefully all like-minded here, and we understand that there are things that we don't understand. So it's about just being willing to wait and to pursue and to ask the questions. But what I was going to say is that, it's really, really coming down now to relying on ourselves. We certainly recognize that this year. We couldn't rely on outside, influences, and we were definitely being persuaded by that. That I know, but really just feeling strong within ourselves is a powerful, beautiful message. So the moon, and this is you, Cancer, so that's pretty beautiful and synchronistic. So yeah, both of you just standing strong and feeling good about, where you are together, knowing it's almost destined and karmic in a lot of ways. But yeah, not losing faith and not being worried or concerned, but just taking it in, going with the cycles, allowing. I think allowing is a beautiful word that keeps coming through. The second category is the possible blessings or obstacles, but I love this. It's a 3 of, is it Pentacles? Yes. Pentacles are the coins. They are the money. They are the sustenance. They're the practical aspects of our life. As I mentioned, the things we can touch and feel. This is growth. When it's 3, it's help from others. It's the 2 of you and some. It's community. It's excelling in your creativity. It's excelling in your ideas. And, not stopping now because you just build upon it and build upon it. And it feels really, really beautiful because, as I said, of course there's concerns with everybody of what is going to happen. What the what ifs are huge right now. Have you been putting in the effort? Have you really, even if you've just been meditating on it and really sitting with yourself and just trying to be in tune with what is happening and recognizing the blessings and recognizing the help around you and recognizing and asking for it and knowing that you've certainly been helping. You definitely contribute. It all is that beautiful, law of attraction where we do, when you give and take, it's a give and take reciprocal kind of thing where it's obviously being shown, but not only that, I feel like there could be some beautiful cementing or permanent type of relationship status change. That's also a very big indicator for me, because is this showing it? Well, it shows a nun and a monk. So there's a religious aspect, like some ceremonial thing happening. If you're not getting married or getting engaged, you might be attending one, if not this moment, obviously in the new year, because a lot of people had to postpone that. But it feels romantic. It feels really very loving. And it feels like it's going to be like a rite of passage kind of situation, which I consider a blessing. You are being definitely guided and protected, and you are just showing me through this message that you've been really standing strong and doing your best, and you're growing because of it. In some way, right? If you're retired, you're still growing spiritually every day. You're still taking on hobbies or, interests, or working in the community or volunteering and all the things that I hear about that people do. Congratulations, and keep that up, because it's only going to enrich your life. And then I love this. This is the final category of finances, like I said. And you have the Emperor. Well, that's Aries. So what a beautiful. First we have the card for Cancer, and then the highlight of Aries. So you both are very, very connected right now. You know, this is strong. It's beautiful. It's been a big year, and then, you know, I hear these ads saying if you can make it through this year in your relationships, whatever they are regarding love, you can make it anywhere, right? If I can make it there in New York, New York. That's what this is about. The power is stronger than ever. This is Aries. This is the, you know, authority, the person in your life that you look up to, the leadership. And I'm speaking of your relationships now because I don't feel like that's happening on the outside anymore. This is an inside job. This is definitely about your connections. That's where you feel the safest right now. That's where you really feel there's love, genuine love, and protection and support and all the things that you really want in relationships, and certainly with money. You know, power in numbers. You're definitely both there to help each other. And you will definitely continue as cardinal signs to initiate whatever it is that you need to do to grow and continue to manifest the better things in your life. Very, very, very beautiful message and energy for the two of you. I'm trying to think if there's anything else coming up. Well, the world is in the hand. You've got your world. You can move. You can do whatever you want this year. It's like, what do you really want? It will occur. And it's going to be out of love. You're both going to be feeling really good. I see snow in the caps. I feel like that's more water coming in, and we need to nourish and the knowledge that water can represent, as well as emotion that's created with the beautiful Cancer, and just the priest in a way, you know, anybody that could be like the marriage aspect, you know, and bringing in wealth, maybe, you know, inheritance comes to mind. I don't know. Anyway, I love this, and it feels strong, and it feels great, fiery motivation behind your establishing, you know, security and money. Or you're going to be hearing about institutions that are going to start offering, you know, opportunities and so forth. So the list goes on, but it's a beautiful, beautiful, powerful, I think, abundant message for you, with it being in Aries. That's strong. It's I would say the other expression, but I'm not going to on YouTube. But anyway, so yes, those are your wonderful tarot messages. But I'm going to read now to you your oracle messages. I did incorporate this one for mid-months. This is from the deck of the beautiful, the Starseed Oracle, and it's by Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork is done by Danielle Noel, and they are incredibly beautiful. You will love how it looks. So this is for all of the beautiful, beautiful, loving and heart-centered Cancers. Thank you for your gifts and your, I don't know, your caring, you know, just for being who you are. And sharing your love. So your specific message for you, and of course your highlighted, but also all of your connections, you know, for today and onward as we approach our new year, and the beautiful, you know, winter, that's you, right? You initiate summer as a cardinal sign Cancer, but I was going to say winter, which is what, Monday? I'll be here for that. I'm here every day. So if this isn't the highlight and you just want to check in or, you know, look over, please feel free to stop in every day. I would love to have you here. But let me know, please. Like and subscribe and all that beautiful things. Share if you would, so I can ensure more content and so forth. You have star brothers. I'm trying to understand what this says. It's HORUS, Aurus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. I mean, not only do you give that and profess to stick with that kind of, you know, understanding and honest, you know, giving of yourself. That's what you truly want in return. But Aurus is, I guess, the word. Aurus energy. I'm not familiar with that. That's the first time I've heard of it. Here's the picture. There's another 3 in there, so there's once again some really strong feeling of collaboration and cooperation from family or community once again, or maybe you have a channel and maybe you're getting a little bit more recognition and maybe more support, and there's more subscribers and things are growing. It's fabulous. It feels beautiful. I love these cards. This is a gorgeous deck. But I'll read to you what it says specifically. Star Brothers would be at the end. Star Family. Star Bathing. And let's see. Star Brothers. You're more protected than you can imagine. It's safe to open the back of your heart. Wow. You're being called to be open to receiving a new level of support now from those in your life and from the benevolent beings you're connected with. Through ancestral patterning, current life traumas, and past life karmic impressions, many of us have become mistrustful and suspicious of loyalty and have blocks when it comes to receiving support. We've learned that we need to go at life alone. That is not safe to let our guard down, or that it is not safe to let our guard down and our heart open. That the world isn't a friendly place. Well, the Star Brothers want you to have a new experience of life on Earth. They want you to feel deeply secure and safe, even if you're going through a difficult time. They want you to hand over your fears to them, to see them as opportunities to let in more love. They're guiding you to stay open to receiving a greater level of support than you can ever imagine, both in this world and beyond. To call in your team of loyal protectors and supporters, both physically and energetically, and you know how to do this. This is one of those gifts that you have. They want you to learn to soften through life's ups and downs, and to learn to open your heart, especially when it most wants to harden. I can't even imagine that, but I know because of your hurts, and I know that that's that shell that protects you as a crab, as a Cancer. And all of the things make sense. We all experience them in some capacity, but this is so relevant to you right now, and I know you have to feel that. And I love Spirit for sharing this with you. The Star Seed Soul Inquiry. How can you open yourself up to receiving more support? Well, I think it was evident with your messages. The moon will give you answers, and the guidance and the support we're getting and the power that we're getting from these eclipses will be phenomenal. And this Aries connection of some sort that I think is going to be a part of a lot of your lives, not all of you, will really be there for you. And that will... Aries don't fool around. They are in it forever. When they want to support, they don't just, it may take a while for them to get there or you to connect, but when that happens, you can feel fully supported. I'll just simplify it. And I love that for you. That's fantastic. I am going to pick an animal medicine card for you now. And this is about your spirit animal. And I know a lot of Cancers love their animals. And a lot of us love our animals, and they're so important in our lives. And they give us messages, they give us hope, and they give us guidance in their own way, And I think a lot of Cancers probably even can speak with animals energetically, with their emotions and the way they can sense feelings and such. So what is your specific beautiful message for today? The chicken. I love this for you in particular, and it has come up a few times for the readings. So it says to me that this is important for you, yes, but it's important for many people right now. So just in looking at the picture, you see the eggs and the way that the beautiful hens will sit on them and protect them, which is what you do, Cancer, with those that you love. You just envelop them and nourish them and care for them deeply. So I'll read you what it says, though, because it's a beautiful thing, and it opened right up to it. Devotion, creation, and conversation. Chicken teaches us to keep our creative projects alive with steady attention. Chicken sits abundant on her eggs, keeping them warm and protected, and faith in knowing that all in the matter of time, the eggs will hatch, and even gain a little of their own. A life of their own. Excuse my vision. I am so sorry. Obviously need to change these. For now, Chicken advises steadfast diligence and the company of like-minded creatures. It requires stamina and earnest devotion day after day to manifest protections and creation. Well, I guess that says it all. I don't even know what else to say. This is so encompassing who you are on an energetic and, what are they trying to, what am I saying? The archetype of a Cancer. So it's absolutely perfect. And that really excites me. And finally, your super attractor manifestation message, which is really just taking those feelings that you have so powerfully and utilizing them to manifest the life that you want, because you have to feel the same as what you're wanting, okay? You can't think you're not wealthy or, supported and ask for great wealth. It's not in line with, spirit or the co-creation laws, if you will. So if you believe you're abundant and you believe you feel well enough and you totally deserve it, which we all do, that's when it'll come to you. And these definitely help to inspire, I think. And you can use it as a daily mantra or, affirmation or whatever you'd like, but your specific messages, Cancer, is from the heart chakra, predominantly green, and there we have 3 hands again. There's something very important, and I'm now receiving a message that there could be children on their way. There could be a third child. There's something about a third party. There's the 3 here. It's the growth. It's if it's not actually happening and you're not about to have a child, first of all, congratulations. I love doing prenatal massages. There's something so incredibly beautiful about that and heartwarming to me. But there's something about a third party coming in here, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing. Or you're speaking about wanting that. And it's so deeply heartfelt. I release time and let the universe show me what to do. I release time, that man-made burden at times, right? And I think you understand how to let go and just be with yourself and meditate and create and manifest, That's a gorgeous card. I have not picked this one for so long. It's meant specifically for you. All you beautiful Cancers. Well, listen, I'm, once again, always extremely elated to be doing this. It does lighten up my life every single day, and I hope that it touches you in some way. That is obviously my main and only intention. So thank you again for your time, and until next time, please take extremely good care of yourself. If I don't see you before, have an amazing holiday, however you celebrate, and also, come back and see me for the new year, okay? Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.